Who was William Strong? William Strong was an incredibly hardworking and astute Puritan. He came to prominence in London in the early 1640s. He worked busily through the Protectorate. He was one of the 7 morning preachers at Westminster Abbey who each preached a sermon every day at 7:30 a.m., often to standing room only crowds. He preached before Parliament many times, both the Commons and the nobles. Strong was a member of the Westminster Assembly, and he had formative influence on the larger catechism. He was the preacher at the Abbey Independent Church from 1650 to 1654. Along with people such as Thomas Goodwin and John Owen, he was one of Cromwell's triers who examined candidates for ministry. Throughout this time, he produced weighty theological treatises as well as devotional books anybody could understand. Perhaps due in part to his many labors, Strong died in 1654 around the age of 43. He was buried in Westminster Abbey, where he had worked so hard. After the Restoration in 1660, King Charles wanted to exact revenge on those who had been prominent in Cromwell's interregnum. He had Strong's body exhumed and dumped into a mass grave, along with some others. Though many of Strong's works were published after his death, he shaded off into obscurity. A later biographer speculated that the propaganda machine of a press hostile to the Puritans effaced the memory of England's noblest sons, one of whom was Strong. Thus, Strong has been unduly neglected for centuries. His works still languish in their 17th century editions, including his magnum opus, A Discourse of the Two Covenants, which is an absolute treasure trove on covenant theology.